Hello. It's rainy and cold in South Africa, and Lesotho is a small country situated nearly in the center, more south than the center of South Africa. And on that mountains it is snowing, and so we have cold weather. But luckily our home is not so cold today. The sun is shining, but the evenings are very cold. So our season is changing from autumn, starting to feel the claws of winter clutching us. So I was watching Cheryl's video about using the ephemera of Wild Rose Bohemian, the envelopes in the freebies, and that she gives on her YouTube channel, Cheryl, the Sovereign Freebie. And I was wondering, the first challenge of the month is to take ephemera and utilize it in a different way. And these envelopes have got the nicest, almost beautiful designs on them. And so I was thinking not to get sidetracked, but to focus on the envelopes first. So this envelope actually was, I cut this part of the envelope off, and then I added a flap here so that I can use this as a pocket. So this envelope is now smaller than it was. Actually, it looked like that. And then this was the bottom part of it was straight like this. And then I printed this pattern paper on the back side of the cardstock. But then I now cut this one, and started thinking, how can I change these 4 pieces into something different? There are little bits and pieces I'm going to add from other freebies that stem from 2024, also in the blue theme, Paris theme, Shabby chic theme. So mine is a mixed compilation of all these difference of kits and blues, because I just love how they come together. But so now I made this first pocket, and I did ink it. So I was thinking, let me quickly make a short video and let's see what I can create of these 4 envelope pieces. So I went and I inked this one blue, and I added this on the background, and this one also. They've got the same background, and these 2 have got the same background. So then I went thinking if I could possibly add this envelope to the bottom of this part. I could do that, or I could add it to this one, where it blends in better, it seems. I will have to trim a bit off on the sides. Or I could add it to this one. Actually, this one actually flows better. It feels like that. But anyhow, so I was thinking of adding the pocket here, but now I don't want to put it right onto the edge, because I want to add some lace here, and I want to add closure here. So I am going to glue it about at this point. I see I haven't inked this one yet. And then I was thinking, what else can I do? So I turned this around, and then I thought, if I add this one and I open this one up here, not removing this, just opening it up, then I can make a pocket. Then it's a pocket, and we've got a pocket here. But now, what else? Because now we've just got pockets. It's envelopes just changed into pockets. And then I let my mind go, and I did this. I found these freebies. I think they are of the French blue or something of 2024. And these are the cards you usually used to buy a ribbon or elastic that is bound or put around these cards. So I got this plan. I'm going to add them there, and I'm actually going to put something around them with a dangle. That's what I'm going to do. So that is how I'm going to alter it on this side. And then on this side we've got the pocket, but then this side is not decorated. So there I will have to think out a plan. So I'm quickly going to cut this out and then I'll be back. So I cut out these two cards and I added the sentiment Paris onto it. It's still a bit wet. And then I got this piece of embroidery yarn and these buttons, and I'm thinking of using this piece of lace and maybe this one, and this I want to use at the edge of the envelope. And then I thought maybe I could add 2 pins, and I got these rolls of blue ribbon, and I'm going to decorate these cards now. I've no idea, I've never done it before, so this is going to be totally something new. So let's add a little piece of ribbon to it. I think we can do it like that, but I don't want to actually cover the image so much so, but I think it's inevitable that we're going to cover it. So this is then going to be sort of like a cluster. So I'm going to cut off a piece of, I've got the wrong scissors now. I'm going to cut off a piece of ribbon. And I'm just going to put it there. I'm not going to do them exactly the same, so they will have to look different. This one I want to give a more browner or creamier, sandier color to blend in with this. So here we've got that. So let's decide that these are going to be sort of clusters. And then we want a piece of ribbon on them. So we can add a piece of ribbon. I have got, don't I take it out of the box now? I just quickly want to get it out of the box. I've got I do have a color that, this is a bit too gold, but it could work. But I've got another color that is more suited, this color. So let's cut a piece of ribbon for this card. And this actually would brighten it up, so I think we could add a piece of this also here. And then if we brighten up with that yellow, then we can brighten up this side. I just want to put this tape back onto the piece of ribbon before it rolls off. And so I'm going to cut a piece of blue, dark blue, that we can use. And then I was thinking maybe if we use the thinner ribbon to maybe make a little bow, we could do that. Put that there. But now I don't have the same color for this one, so we've got to improvise. I think I'm going to have to take embroidery yarn. I just want to get this ribbon out of the way because it's jumping around on my desk and it's going to unroll, and then all the ribbon will be on my floor, and that I don't want. I just want this ribbon to be safely into my box. We could add a piece of this to this side, and and I'm not sure what we're going to add there, but I forgot to get some embroidery yarn. Well, this is my big bag of embroidery yarn that I purchased from Temu. This color looks quite nice, so let's just take cut off a little piece for it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. It's all just ideas that surfaced now. So let's see, we've got 3 pieces there, we've got 4 pieces there, so we still need something here. And we don't need to just attach that, we can attach some fabric. I've got another hidden space with fabric. I'm really trying to keep this video short, so I'm going to show you. This is an old basket handbag, and in it I've got stuffed some organzas. We can cut off a piece of this for that one. I ought to have a piece of blue in here if I haven't used up all the blue. I've got this color. Maybe we should use it for a bit of interest, and it just brightens it up. See, I've got this, but then it's so all the same and not vibrant enough. What else is in this one bag? Let's see. No, the other colors aren't going to be ideal for this card. Okay. So let's stick to this first. So making these little cluster cards, and I watched a video of Sophie Vandal last night, and the other video that I watched is in Heart Journal Studio by Cheryl Garris. So those are the 2 ladies that inspired me. And then also Kim of Artful Crafts also made a nice video with the body as part of that part that you use when you do dressmaking, the dressmaking doll, but it's just the body part. She used them and she made dresses, and that was so beautiful. I want to make something like that also sometime, but now we've just got to figure out how we're going to layer this. Sophie is really good with layering clusters. I think we should take this one. I'm not sure. I'm just trying my best to see what it would look like. I don't want it to look too formal, because this is looking so formal now. I'm going to burn the edges with the lighter so that it gives it a torn appearance. That looks better. Now it's not all straight. I also don't like the straight edges. I like it to be more tattered. My son will be running in. He usually does, and he asks me, "What's burning?" And he's calmed down a bit now, but he can't understand why I have to burn the edges. And I said to him, "But it frays, and I don't want it fraying all over the place." This organza gets a nice edge. Ouch! Sorry, but I burnt myself. I must be careful. Okay, so now we've done all that. And now it looks more sort of rounded off, but also raggedy. So, should we put this one first? I think so. So, fabric glue, where are you? Fabric glue. It's just sad that we're going to cover. You see, I put a more grungy piece of background paper on the back side. Sad that we have to cover this, but this is the way we're going now. This is how we're going to flow. So let me just attach that part there so that we can get it sticking well. This doesn't have to be attached, we can leave it there for now. So what would we add? Maybe this part. I was wondering, do you think we should add some paper also in between? And I do think there's a possibility that I will sew it. Sometimes I do this, I crumple it up and make it like a little flower. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't do this now. See, that looks quite nice. So I'm going to use that as the last part. Okay, let's put this bright part here. Our fabric glue in South Africa differs much from that of the US. We don't have Fabri-Tac. If we do, or are able to find some, it costs a fortune. So I don't think that's the fabric glue that we really tend to use here. So now we've got this piece of, let's just take this a bit back and cover it, or do something with it, or maybe cut it off and add it somewhere else. Let's cut it like that, and then we can add it onto the piece again. I forgot to put the bottle upside down, and it's still a full bottle, but it needs the Incredible Hulk to get the glue pressed out. Okay, there we are. We've done that now. Now I want to put the yarn around. So let's put the yarn, because at the end of the yarn I want to hang a charm. So I'm going to do the yarn just like so much. We've got to add something there so that it sticks. I've been watching a lot of videos these few days and been letting my mind wander, and the other night I actually got an idea for my envelope challenge, and you won't believe it. I forgot the idea. I spent last night trying to remember it and fell asleep again. Still not finding the answer. I wonder if I shouldn't attach this with the pin and a button. Let's try and do it. Don't know how successful I'm going to be. I just want to keep this bunched up so that which is the right side? Yes, this side. So that it looks like a sort of a flower or something. So there are so many ideas, and these ideas I didn't get from anybody. They just come along the way. So I'm going to attach this through. No, this is too low. Let's put it there, at the top. And let's see if we can get it closed. There we are. Isn't that cute? I never expected to get this, but I want this more bundled up. So I'm going to have to put some glue in here. But isn't this cute? It's so nice to realize that you can see someone's idea and build on it, or you can try someone's idea and invent your own idea in the process. I just don't like these straight ribbons. We've got to put something on that. maybe another button or something. But doesn't this look stunning so far? So now I'm just quickly going to pause it because I did not think about what type of dangle I'm going to do. So I'm quickly going to get the beads and or a charm, and so that we can do the dangle. So I went and I made the little dangle and put a little shoe charm at the end and these beads, but I am going to have to attach this with my glue gun to give it a more sturdy hold onto the card, so that this charm can stay in place and not fall off. So this is the first one we made, and I hope you enjoyed this. I'm now going to complete the other one on my own, and then I will make another short video on how to complete this envelope that I've made. I hope you enjoyed this. So I completed my envelopes that I transformed into something else, except as using it as an envelope. So here is the envelope that I cut out, and I added ephemera inside. This is a little pocket, and it's attached to this long envelope ephemera, and here I made a pocket at the back of the envelope, and I made 2 little cards, and this one has got notes, little note papers, bingo note papers inside, and this one is a little booklet with tuck spots and where you can write notes, and I added these women into the windows. And then here's a spot when I put it into a journal that there's another pocket. Then I also used these ribbon cards and changed them to clusters. So this one has got a shoe with beads and these pieces of fabric and lace attached to it. And at the back it's like that. This one I added to the envelope, and I transformed this envelope into a ticket holder, and used this card for that is used for yarn and stuff. I changed it into a cluster, and then it's also like a tuck spot or a place where it keeps something intact. So yeah, I made a little booklet and put some ribbon on it, and when you open it up, it's just like this, and there's writing space inside. So this comes there. Then I stamped and added that, and here are the tickets. This is a ticket pocket, so I added the tickets in here. So this is no longer an envelope. Okay, and then this envelope I changed into a type of a clipboard, and I made a sort of hidden paper clip with a dangle and charm, and added these pieces where you can write your thoughts on, and you can add new pieces of paper there. And then when we turn it around, we can take this off, and then I made this, but I forgot that I had to make my tags double-sided, so they are still getting glued together. But then I made this large belly band, and I've got two tags that come into this belly band, and I added that sentiment there. And this ribbon was black and white, and I colored it with Copic markers and added this gem here and the lace and the sentiment. So this is what I made for the challenge number 1, changing ephemera into repurposing envelopes and ribbon cards into something else. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.